Sunday morning's on break, no recaps for now. But 4th&10 still rolling. This one's outside the league. Appreciate the love. So drop a comment. Tell me what you want more of. Talk to me. Now time about.
Yeah, shit, we can get into it. It's cool with you.
Yeah, let's get into it, boss.
Well, yeah, once again, for the great minds of now, talking about it's 4th&10. Got the homie Eric. Man, how you introduce yourself, Eric? How you introduce yourself?
They call me they call me EZMoney. Whatever. That's usually whatever. Every when I'm at a turn, E.
Want my hands in it. I don't even want my name on it. I'm in the booth like Wayne on them. That lighter flicker, I flame on them. I aim on them like huh. Who that nigga out here rapping like the rain through? Who them niggas out here dropping when them hits do? We them niggas get it done, ain't no issue. We the type to run it up in my track shoe. Ooh, take my time with it.
It's probably just easy money. That's how the name speaks for itself, boss.
I got you. Where you from? What's your hood? What's your squad? What you repping?
Gotcha. I'm originally from South Carolina, repping out of Atlanta, Georgia. My teams, everybody knows Dynasty, Killer Instinct. I'm the head honcho of the Dynasty organization. And, we've been rocking shit since I created it around like 2018. Been on the traveling scene since 2020.
Okay. What sports you played growing up?
Played basketball, ran track, did a little bowling. That's something that my parents did. And so I still, hey, whenever you're at these tournaments and we hit the bowling, you definitely want to be on my team. I'll say it like that. But track, bowling, basketball was my two main things. I had a scholarship at South Carolina State for a couple of years, on track for the hurdles, and then after that I transferred to North Carolina A&T. I'm still HBCU made. That's just me. And then life just kind of went from there.
I got you. Any semi afterwards? Any semi? Football?
Nah.
Okay. Do you compete? Do you still compete competitively with track?
At one point, I did. Right after I graduated from college, they had the sort of like the AAU circuit of it or whatever, and I did that for a couple of years, and then after that, it was just I had to focus on bills and priorities at that point.
I'm here. Who put you on the flag? Who brought you out?
You know what? So I was living in Texas for a little bit. So John moved me out to Texas, lived my life for Texas for a couple years, and then I actually am an account manager for FedEx, and so got promoted in different spots, and then it actually brought me back to Atlanta. And I was like, man, I need to keep myself active or whatever, because I used to do a lot of basketball leagues and whatnot. So that was my thing, just to keep me active. And somebody said, man, you should try this flag football out. And I was like, let's try it out. I'm tall, think I can catch or whatever. And then I started, even though I'm a little seasoned vet, what you would say, but I only been playing flag since 2017. So I only been playing 8 years.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, we get into the 10 questions. What's your favorite format?
Favorite format? I hate to say it, but my favorite format is always going to be 8 co-ed, because that's where I started my team, right? In our social league here in Atlanta, it was 7 co-ed with modified rules, but it was still kind of the bigger ball, whatever. So 8 co-ed was how I established my team. And so that's our first tournament and everything we did. And so I think I like the small ball, like how quick the games is, but I think I will always have that soft spot because 8 co-ed is how I started my team.
Okay. Best wide receiver you've played with and DB you've played against.
You should have let me prep for these calls. Best wide receiver I played with.
Or it could be recently. It could be recent, like these recent tournaments you played in. Somebody that's jumped out to you.
I played with a lot of good dogs. I ain't gonna lie. Man, a couple teams had, like J-Day. I mean, Rock is a solid one, but my boys in Atlanta, they go. Like Miko, Javion. I mean, Bro, I got a whole list. I mean, I've been around some good talent. I'm blessed to say that, just kind of starting out as a small, small thing to where it's at right now. I've seen a lot, and I had a lot of good players. So, um, a lot of good DBs that could strap up, man. It's just so much, bro. You like you said, when you start getting on this tour thing, you're gonna see so much talent out there, and it's gonna be it's crazy and whatnot. But I've seen a lot of good players. I would say that. QB, I would say, is my boy KT. He hands down, he's one of them for sure. From a person that plays in multiple formats, semi-pro, contact, non-contact, co-ed, or whatever, his IQ to balance, you know, in multiple formats. I haven't seen a lot of QBs be able to adjust their game based on their format. And that kid, he's tough for
Okay.
sure.
And you play QB too, right? That's
I'm more of the backup. I'm more of the backup QB
okay.
because I got so many teams, and everybody wants to play. So sometimes I got to sacrifice my role. I'm more, honestly, more of a wide receiver. I'm a center. I snap. But when I have to stick in that QB situation, I'm QB number 4 or 5. But don't get it twisted. I'll dot you up a little bit every now and then.
I got you. I got you. What's the biggest shift you've seen in flag football over the years?
That's a good question. I would say the biggest shift I've seen is just how, obviously, one shift that I like is definitely how it's exploded in the women's format, because I do some coaching as well. And I just love the fact that how it's exploded in high school women and going to college. I just love that fact it's giving the women the opportunity to have another, sport that they can really elevate in, right? So, now it's going to be in the Olympics, it's on a higher stage, but I'm glad that it's given the platform for, more of the women, to kind of really do their thing. And, there's some more talented women. Here in Georgia, they have over, for high school, I think they're up to like 250 high schools or even higher than that, that actually play flag football in high school. And I think Georgia's one of the biggest schools. And I so happen to go to the championship game, and them girls running like McEachern is one of the bigger schools here, and they won the whole thing. They're running their offense like Oregon. They got play cards and all that stuff, so it ain't sweet. So it's for the teams that really take advantage of it. But I just love the shift where the younger ones, like even the youth. I haven't had a chance to see too many of the youth, but I just like the progression because that's just going to elevate it even when they're young adults, adults, or whatever. So just planting the seeds in the smaller ones, that's going to help this thing continue to grow.
Okay. While we're here, you got 2 cents on the Olympic conversation?
Yeah, you know, I'll throw my 2 cents. This is just me personally.
Clip banana clip, squeeze hat triggers, run around that city with the torch. Olympics, ran on the track, after the start of pistol. Told these niggas stay in their lane, I'm coming, nigga. Few hurdles on the
Best and worst tournaments. Let me hear them.
Well, best tournament, hands down, Jason has done a good job of, elevating his tournaments and getting a lot of teams. I mean, you think he's getting around the same number of teams as sometimes as, January. So I would say, the Weekend Warrior Worlds and Nationals, that's been, the one you went to. I think that's bringing out a lot of good product. Do like in the USA flag, I do like their nationals as well. Worlds is pretty straight. They do a good job sometimes of the glitz and the glamour, whatever. Worst tournaments, I won't put anybody's business out there, but there's a couple.
If you don't want to drag nobody, who's
It was in North Carolina. It was one in North Carolina. It was just poorly ran. Okay. And it was just not Weekend Warrior. It was another brand. And it was just, you gotta be, if somebody's playing a product, you got to make sure your product is ready. I mean, and whatnot. If you're not set up properly, the team's asking what's going on with fields and stuff like that, you got to be proper. You can't just be one just to throw something out there and just get going. And so for me, another chapter that I'm about to start, a lot of people know that I'm about to start Easy Sports, and that's going to be hosting some tournaments, mostly here in Atlanta, but I'm going to shoot out as well. I'm learning through a lot of the ranks to make sure when I throw a tournament, I want to make sure people enjoy themselves and then the product is, spot on.
Okay, so who's another up and coming brand you see in the flag community that is doing it correct?
Doing it correct. You gotta tip your cap to Shrooms. Dave, he's doing the right thing. He's building stuff like similar to how I'm building. He's got multiple teams in multiple formats. You gotta love that and expanding the brand. Um, there's a lot, it's so many teams that I appreciate how they can navigate, in different parts and different formats instead of, a lot of the contact guys, they just go to the tournament for one thing, contact. 8 contact and then maybe 5 contact. But there's a lot of brands out there that dips and dabs in, multiple divisions. And for me, that was my key thing when I was building Dynasty. I was like, all right, 8 co-ed is cool, but when I went to my first tournament and I see what are they doing playing small ball? And then all this, I didn't know about all that stuff in the beginning. And I just like, dang, I just came to this tournament for one thing.
Yeah.
And I say, well, how do I get involved in the other one? And then eventually started learning what's a 5 co-ed, what's a 5-man, and then started coaching. Oh, they got 5 women's or whatever until now, I mean, that same tournament you went to, I had 14 registrations.
Okay. That's great.
That's a lot of teams to manage.
Yeah, yes. Shit, jump right into it. What's the hardest part about running the team? Besides collecting the money, what's the hardest part about running the team?
It's just really just the coordination and really getting everybody on the same page, right? Because so a good portion of my travel teams are also people from out of state too, as well, because there's a lot of people out of state that travels. And so it's really just, building things and making sure you have the right resources, not making sure you have, if I having 3, 5 co-ed teams, do I have enough teams to make sure, are those people going to be there? Because, nowadays people are playing multiple formats and they jump into this format here, this format there. And it's sometimes you just got to make sure, you have the right resources in the right places. A good thing is, as this thing kind of still can builds, one thing I did is I have leaders within the organization where they can run different formats. So it's just I'm not a one-man show, and I'm not going to hear and brag and say it's all on me. I got my homegirl JoJo. She used to be in the DMV. She's now in Nashville. My boy B Moore, Faith, bringing on a few other people, Allie, and I got a new girl, Ashley, that's within my organization that helps me manage and runs these formats. Because I tell you, when I was doing it, 8 or 9 formats was hard as not, hard as nails and whatnot. When you look at my group me, it's the same chats. 8 co-ed, 5 women, 5 non-contact, 5 co-ed, 5 co-ed, 5 co-ed, whatever. But I like it because it goes to my background. Like I said, I'm a worldwide account manager at FedEx, so I'm in sales and networking. That's what I do in, day out. So I bring that knowledge and I bring it to the flag, and that's kind of helped me build my network right now.
You're sharpening your tools at the same time for both.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm all about business, boss. That's one thing everybody says, easy money. You about business for sure.
I like that. At this point in your career, what still gets you hyped to suit up?
I'm just saying that I could still be out there, I'm not saying I could run with the premier players, right? I'm smart enough to be in my comfort zone, whatever, but hey, I get out there. If I'm in the A division, cool. If I'm in the BC division, cool, whatever. Just at the age of my 46, but at my age, as a seasoned vet, I can appreciate that I can still get out there, play the sport that I love, like it when I get our chance to throw QB out there, whatever. So, but no, at the end of the day, I'm very competitive. You beat me or not, you're going to beat me. Make sure you beat me by 45, because I'm going to talk shit and I'm going to play it all out like it's nobody's business. So I just like that I could compete and then also elevate the organization. And now from a person that just started a one-man team, one format team, to now we're at least in 7, 8 formats, and at the big tournaments, minimum 15 teams.
Respect. During your travel, what's the best meal or food spot you found while traveling?
Texas is always, when I go to Texas, I'm going into Saltgrass Steakhouse. Oh my God, bro. Yeah, Saltgrass is my spot. I know they got plenty in Texas, but I'm a steak guy. I'm gonna go try to find me a barbecue spot. I need a place with a nice drink, because after I've been at the field from like 7:30 to probably about night 9.
Need it.
I'm already tired. And that's the thing about traveling with, and you run so many teams. Your first team probably is playing at 8 o'clock in the morning. And then your last team is probably playing like 8 p.m. So I'm at the fields the whole day, coordinating, playing, doing all that. And then I look at the watch, it's like, oh shit, I'm about to get in the car. It's like 9:30, 10 o'clock. I ain't about to do nothing. I need some food, because guess what? Tomorrow it starts all over again.
Yep. All right, tell me which one feels better. A timing route dot, a pretty ball bomb, or you actually getting the moss. You catching it. No, you head top or something.
Oh, me mossing somebody, or me getting moss?
No.
I'm just like,
you head top of somebody.
I say a dot. I love a dot, because again, me throwing one, it's rare in between. I'm just joking, but no, when you throw a good dot, and especially in co-ed, when you throw a good dot to a female, racking up the scores, yeah. So I would say that a nice route with a nice dot on top of their head, and our females are tough. They'll score on dudes, and we got some cold ones out there in the game too, boss.
I'm hip. All right, on the flip side of that, what hurts more? Forcing a pass and throwing a pick, dropping the snap on fourth down, or a terrible pass to an open receiver?
Dropping that snap on 4th down. Yeah, especially in small ball, because small ball, the game is so quick, and then one turnover or one mistake can just change the whole game. And then, especially if you're about to score or something and you drop that snap, that's cold, because that's just like an interception in itself.
Okay. What's one thing about your game you're still working on?
That QB. That QB. I get in the lab sometimes with my boy KT, like I said, and just learn the small ball game, learning route concepts that makes things open and things work. That's what kind of keys my mind, because I'm always trying to think of, how some of the greats like a Trunky, Mark, all these people in Hoosh, how did they get these people to do these crazy routes and get them open in the small ball field? And just my mind works like that. It's like, oh, the route concepts and how that works. That's the part that still kind of gets me going to learn a little bit more about a position that I typically don't play.
Okay. Yeah, the few times I played quarterback, understanding that. Well, I think a very average quarterback I played with, when I really thought I was still like that number one go-to receiver, I learned that, like, a lot of times, bro, like I'll run a post and I'll cut the post because I know I'm open. And he was like, yeah, but you got this slant coming across, like, so it won't about you. So when you said route concepts or whatever, I'm thinking about the other person, how that, but a lot of times niggas like, I get open. But it's
right.
Sometimes it
ain't about that, boss. I need you to run all the way through, because either you can be open or it's opening up something that I originally was thinking about. So yeah, and the thing is, I started out as a wide receiver, and I'm always thinking I'm motherfucking open every single time. So throw me the ball, whatever. But I had to understand that, I need to run that post because I'm running somebody off or whatever. So
I'm taking the same away, man. We just need to 3 yards. Man. What the fuck we talking about, yo? Like
for sure.
Man. All right, favorite pair of cleats and jersey. You have them? You know
them? Cleats I don't, but I have my jerseys with me. I'm rocking always this. This is our new edition of our black joints.
Okay.
Black and gold. I'm an alpha, so this is nothing new. So there's most people like you're biased. Correct. Thank you. But like it's got the gold trim in it, you know what I mean? Gold edges on it. And this is one of our Stapleton because we got the white joint as well. So it's got the crowns on it. Represent we are called the kings and queens of co-ed. So that's where the whole dynasty, the kings and the labels and stuff are everywhere we go. And then my other brand, my small ball team is Killer Instinct. So think about the video game back in the day.
Yeah.
Got a nice little red and blue throwaway with the blood, the slime on it. It got the little ninja on the back or whatever. So those are my two, and two of them that I'm proud of because like I said, I built them boys from scratch.
Okay. Talk to me about number 16. What's the significance behind
that? That's reason why that number sticks with me. That's my line number. Again, I'm an Alpha A&T Beta Epsilon chapter. You know what it is. Real shit. That number, I'm the tail dog. So 16 has, ever since I crossed, has been with me. So that's nothing more, nothing less. So, and if anybody tries to come on my team and get 16, they get their ass whipped. But no, I'm just joking. No, but yeah, that's the number that I've been rocking with.
Okay. Well, yeah, 10th question, 4th and goal. We're doing eight man? You said that's your favorite, correct?
8 co-ed.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, 4th and goal, 10-yard line. Where are you lining up? Who's the QB, if not you? And what route you running? Or if you are the QB, what route you got going on?
Gotcha. 4th and 10 at the 10, what we're doing. Usually what we'll do is we'll have about, because we're 8 co-ed is 5 guys, 3 ladies minimum. We'll probably run something like a 4-on-4 concept. I'll probably center snap block. We'll have KT at QB. We'll have a Latina, Tati. We can have Ashley McLean and JoJo out there. And then we'll run some underneath concept small for the guys. And then there's probably something that opens up for the ladies, 2 corner routes, and then something curl in the middle. He'll have enough time. He'll break them down. Either he's going to run or he's going to throw it to a lady, which 9 times out of 10 he'll throw to a lady. That's 9 points on your head.
I got you. Who's the QB?
KT.
Okay.
Kaban Taylor. Look him up, guys. Well, I mean, he's known out of there. Again, he's out of Atlanta. He runs with his team called New Jack. Those are my peoples down there. Again, a lot of contact, but that's one guy that like I said, a lot of QBs, they in their format, they're good in their format. But a lot of them, if you say, hey, play this format or play co-ed, a lot of them be like, I can't throw the ball too hard to a lady or whatever, this, that, and the third. He is one QB that I could say, there's not too many of them out there, that he can adjust his game and still play at an elite level, regardless.
I like that. Well, yeah, man, that's 4 for 10. I appreciate this, man. Real talk.
Real talk. Hopefully you invite me back, and I know a lot of your interviews is local, and hopefully, like I said, I love the support. I've been on a few podcasts and stuff like that, and I just love giving back to the community because it reciprocates. As I'm building this thing up, people have helped me, so I want to help others, and I look forward to coming back, and I'm looking forward to balling with you again, boss. For sure. I'm going to recruit you if nobody else does. Remember that.
Appreciate that, man. I'm in the same boat as you, man. Like I got to the sport late. I'm getting up in age. I just want to talk to people about flag, man. Like that's cool. Y'all got stories. I'm cool to let other people know about what y'all got going on, man. That's kind of my role nowadays, man. I get your first down too. You know what I mean? Those are my two.
No, for sure. I was like, Buddy could go. I tell Colin Rock, I was like, Rock, who is this? Right here, bro. I was like, is he playing with us in September and January? Okay, bet for sure. I was like, man, who is this?
Man, where we at in September? I just found out. Where we at?
September is the world, so it's Jason's biggest one. So that one in April.
Warrior?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll have 35 and up again, and then you'll probably be playing on the 35 and up co-ed team. So Rock will get you all the information, and then there's at the biggest tournaments, then there's 35 and up for those as well. So trust me, and even outside of just 35 and up, you can. I got a team.
Yeah,
trust me.
We can get active.
Yeah, my agent will get up with your agent for sure. You're a baller though. I can appreciate that.
Respect, man. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, like I said, this won't be the last conversation, man. We'll link up again.
All right, then.
Appreciate
Much
you,
respect.
man.
Hey,
All right.
appreciate you. Know what I'm talking about. I'll be back.
Yes, sir.